Good morning, good morning. I would like to pay my respects to the spirits of the land here where it is grey and overcast, and I cannot wait for this Scorpio moon to go away. It's been a very mentally tough couple of days. I don't usually get this affected, but however, this last degrees of Mars in Cancer, like it is exhausting, it is emotional. We just had that full moon in Libra, which is Venus's sign, Venus in Pisces, so extra emotional. Venus in Pisces likes to get wet, which includes liking to cry. So because she's all the feels. So, yeah, last days of Mars in Cancer, and they're a struggle. They really, they're a struggle. So there are a couple of positive things about today. So we've got, first of all, we've got the moon in Scorpio, trining Mars in Cancer at 11 a.m. So we will still have that Scorpio Cancer thing happening. So I'm wondering whether we are going to be brave enough to talk about these deep experiences that have, that we've been reminiscing on for these since October last year. So maybe you've come to the point where the retrogrades are over. You understand what it is that all of this whole lesson's about, and maybe you can start speaking about it now. Or so there's that moon trine Mars at 11. Now at 12, the moon trines Pisces. All right, so that might also give us a little bit more of a clarity, or we can really start to connect the dots because it's going to be like a sort of domino. We've got that 11 for Mars, 12 for Mercury. The moon moves into Sagittarius at 12:37, straight into the trine with Neptune. So we've got fire then, Mercury in Aries, Neptune still in Pisces. No, it's in Aries now. Look, I had to think about that then. So we've got maybe some inspiration and some bravery. And then the moon trines Neptune, so Sag and Aries, at 2 p.m. All right, so there's maybe the clarity that we need and the awareness to speak up and fight for the things that we believe in. And then as soon as that blah blah blah, as soon as that moon hits Neptune, it starts a sextile to Pluto. So there's that more, the truth is coming up. And just be aware that, if somebody isn't open and receptive to maybe clarifying or digging into things with you, then maybe there could be a little bit of like you poke the bear because you're like, I want to deal with this now, and then Mercury moves into Aries at 4:26. So it's a very like I said earlier, dominoes. I just feel like it's going to be one thing after the other, and they each trigger each other off. So all the while the sun is in conjunct the south node, which is these things that we need to release. Now that's exact tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. So it's, we're not comfortable sitting in that place that's not good for us anymore. All right, so how does that feel for you? I mean, it's just like a ba 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 ba. In the words I wrote, I respect people who tell me the truth, no matter how hard it is. All right, it might be one of those days. Think of that Scorpio moon as it must be said, it must be done. That sextile to Pluto, let's talk about the truth and clarify. That moon moving into Sag, there is this bigger awareness, or this philosophy, understanding, spirituality, like the dots are getting connected. So, and we're understanding what it is we need to speak and release. So I will have a look and see who's here because my Facebook's still not working. Good morning, Alicia. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Susan. Hello, Sean. How are you? You're right. Yeah, right here with me, Julie. I'm really looking forward to this Scorpio moon going away. Although I did go to a training session last night as well because why not? It was supposed to be, well, it was a fun games night. So that was good. But yeah, this morning, the struggle to get the training session done this morning was real. Anyway, still did it, still feel fabulous. So that's good. So yeah, so in the words I continued to write, this is a great day and a big ending, all right? So we're seeing Mercury move back into Aries, the moon move into Sag, and then this is the 29th degree of Mars in Cancer. Ugh, ugh. Oh, seriously, it might be like angry about the past, overly emotional and frustrated. Like there's a whole lot of stuff, but ultimately it's what have you learned? This any retrograde, what did you learn? What did you go back over? This third hit, Mars has been here twice already. What are you going to do differently from what you've learned from the experience? All right, sometimes you just have to let all the truths be known to those that need to hear it and watch as it sets more than just you free. It'll be like watching dominoes fall. So have faith that it will be as it should be. So, so yeah, in little notes to myself down the bottom, I've also written, is there still something hidden? And an old family story. I was like, I can't even read my writing. Yeah. So is there still something hidden? Potentially an old family story. And so this is going to be interesting because I'm really looking forward to coming and seeing Auntie Pat tomorrow. I'm going to be going and doing, I haven't had one-on-one time with my Auntie Pat like this since I was a small child. So this is going to be exciting. I wonder if there are some old family truths that are going to come from this. So that's exciting. And that's pretty much all. I mean, the Mars opposition Pluto is starting to sort of, tighten up. There might be, again, it's Pluto. There's still some truths, still some topics that could potentially get volatile. I think once Mars moves back into Leo and the opposition becomes sign based, not out of sign, it might become more of a little bit of an ego story. Mars in Leo, opposition Pluto in Aquarius. I want rather than what's good for everyone else, So I think world stage wise, we're going to head back into a volatile and well seen volatility, if that makes sense. Maybe the news media are going to start, shoving it down our throats again that we're almost at the brink of, annihilation. I did listen to something last week and the World Astrology Report. He's such a good astrologer, and he was talking about the potential nuclear for nuclear involvement in this because it is the third and final. We are looking and astrocartography wise, I think it's hitting like Iran directly as far as that Mars or Pluto line goes as well. So, all right, let's draw the card. I'll just click the buttons again. Oh, wow, there we go. Good morning, Barbara. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you as well. Yeah, I'm going out for a coffee this morning, so I'm thinking, I've just got a funny feeling as well that there might be something coming out from that. And, it's funny, the other day, I'm obviously not going to say any names. I had an experience where my intuition was like, hold back, don't blurt like I normally do. And then I kept getting clarifying statements, like the universe is throwing them in here, there, and everywhere, and they're not directly to do with that, but they're related. And I'm like, oh, okay. So if you're not feeling trust in situations, especially in a Scorpio moon, especially in a water moon, especially any day of the year, just trust that at the moment as well. So, all right, so this is the last day of our Heal Yourself cards for the month. So what card do we need to do today? Oh, this one. It's the same one. It's the same one, guys. There we go. We had this yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? No, it was yesterday, wasn't it? All right, so sexuality again. There we go. We've still got that Scorpio moon, and you know, I'm going to go back to that. Is this Mars at the 29th degree of Cancer? Because Mars is sex and sexual activity. Is there something, is there an old family story or something still hidden with, you know, that Mercury in Pisces, you know, Mars at the 29th degree, Mercury coming up to conjunct Neptune in Aries? Is there something that is holding you back that needs to be spoken aloud? Like I was saying, as soon as that trine moon in Sag awareness, trine Neptune Mercury happens, there is a sextile to Pluto. All right, so Pluto's still involved. And you know that Mars is opposition Pluto. So yeah, guys, look, maybe if there is something to do with your, maybe it's intimacy, maybe it's like outright, you know, how you view sex. I don't know. Whatever it is for you, the cards are saying there is still stuff to be dealt with. And maybe when Mercury moves into Aries, Mars' sign, you will have the bravery to speak these words. All right, so again, you know, it's talking about exploring your sexuality. Do you need to let go of any old feelings of hurt, shame, or guilt in relation to your sexuality? Are your relationships needing some spicing up? Relinquish control and dive into unguarded, ecstatic, blissful passion. Now, in the actions, it says to love your body. Stand in front of the mirror naked and discover what is beautiful about your physical appearance. Place your hands on your sacral center, put some sexy music on, and maybe move in a sensual way. Look, I don't know how many people are going to be doing that, but even just, you know, I was doing a meditation thing last night with Aileen, and you know, she was doing this beautiful meditation at the end, and she was talking about the things that we love and filling our heart with love. And then at the end, she was like, did anybody feel love for themselves in their heart? And everyone was like, nope. I was thinking of, all, you know, my pets and, you know, all of these, you know, experiences that had filled my heart. But I did not think of how much I love myself. So maybe that's something that you can do is, you know, look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself how awesome you are and feel that genuine love. You know, if this is Mars in Cancer, you know, go back to when you were a child. Like what are the statements in your head when you connect in with that inner child that, you know, let's say pre-7 or even pre-14, you know, like that pre-pubescent child that is, you know, taking in social conformity and feeling that shame and I don't fit and I'm not good enough and I'm not lovable and like all of those things, like, you know, are they the things that stop you from looking in the mirror and saying, I love you, I am awesome, you are beautiful, oh my God, your eyes are just so beautiful, oh my God, your body is just so huggable and divine. So I don't know whether that's triggering for anyone. So I know for myself that's still a hard one to do those sort of things in the mirror. Good morning, Louise. You're not watching a replay. I'm still here. Good morning, Jacqueline. How are you? Hello, Deborah. How are you? So yeah, that's me for today, guys. I hope you have a fabulous day. And like I said, this Scorpio moon is over after 12:37. Bring it on. Although actually there is something I have to say about that Sag moon. Jupiter, which rules the Sag moon in Gemini, is not talking to anyone. So we might have the type of experience that we're a little bit ungrounded or unfocused, or, you know, it could be perfect for just dreaming things into existence or meditating or, you know, like it's a very much a contemplative, like stare at the freaking, at the sky. I don't know, because Jupiter isn't connected to anything, nothing's holding it down. So that, that awareness is just unbounded. So I think that might be a good thing. Unless you, of course, are sitting somewhere where you need to get some work done. So maybe you might want to continue to ground yourself or come back into your body if you keep floating away. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a fabulous day and yeah, take care.